It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's when it's done.
Go, Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stay.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Hope you're having a great weekend, and it certainly started great last night with the greatest comeback in this channel's history and easily the greatest game I've ever called with you guys live. Unbelievable. I'm still riding high. Hope you are too, but we're going to do something a little different today with the video. I'm going to do a recap of the night by pounding the rock, and we're going to go off in a little different direction. First up, last night. For much of the night, it felt like the San Antonio Spurs were simply trying to survive. Shots weren't falling, the defense was a step slow, and the Los Angeles Clippers looked firmly in control, building a lead that swelled to 25 points and silencing the home crowd. But basketball games, especially ones involving this young Spurs team, have a way of turning quickly. I say to all the guys on the live streams, if they can go a 10-0 run on us, why can't we do it to them? What started as a frustrating night slowly transformed into one of the wildest comebacks of the season. By the final buzzer, the Spurs had erased that massive deficit and stunned the Clippers with a 116-112 victory Friday night, sending the crowd and the live chat at the Frostbank Center into a frenzy. It was incredible. As you can tell, my voice is a little hoarse from yelling last night. It was a phenomenal night. And here's when I do something different. Now, please don't take this as receipts or whatever, but I want to take a look at the night in whole and kind of ties into this title of the video, Do You Believe Now? This is where we were getting crushed. Yeah, it's a good-looking guy. Actually, no, it's not. Getting crushed in the third quarter, down by 21 at this particular moment. We started having the comments coming in really second quarter and in the third quarter. Spurs got no heart. Trade them all. Yeah, it's over. Spurs suck. And it's just not these four YouTubers that are doing this, which some are trolls, some gamblers. I know for sure some regulars. But it was just coming from everywhere. Spurs are awful. Fire Mitch. First round exit. They suck. Blah, blah, blah. That was a general mood on the channel. And I hated seeing us lose like this. Absolutely did. Not only as a fan, I absolutely hate seeing us lose like this, but it affects me as a content creator because when the Spurs are getting blown out, the views drop to about 600. People are, good night, Rich, it's done, it's over. And then when they were winning and came back, we had over 2,000 people watching. So the Spurs, our channel success is very dependent on how the Spurs are performing. And when things are bad, it's not so good for me. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This isn't the same team from the last 6 years. Last year's Spurs, the year before, heck, definitely the year before and the year before that with the Keldon year, down like this in the third quarter, 69-48, they would lose by 30 or more. This isn't that team. It's not. This team is so different than they were 3 years ago. A ton of changes from 3 years ago. My goodness, the starting lineup 3 years ago, pre-Wemby was what? Keldon Johnson, was Zach Collins in the starting lineup? Trey Jones, Devin, Vassell. Jeez, I can't remember the whole starting roster. Because there's been so much change. Was KBD in the starting lineup? I don't know. The team has changed substantially. They have a franchise player. They have young and up-and-coming players. We have young guys to be excited about like Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and now Bryant is clearly putting himself in that conversation with guys that might be a huge part of our future. It's not the same team. And since it's not the same team, I ask this of everybody, Spurs fans that are watching or non-Spurs fans, what will it take to believe in this team when they're down and not say, it's over, we're done, we suck. But you know what, we're down, but we can still come back. And I know we didn't do it against the Knicks. We're not going to come back against every team. We're not going 82-0. But what will it take to not give up until it's to the point of no return? What I mean by that is they're down 21 with 10 and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. There's still a lot of basketball left. It's a 48 game. If we're down by 21 with 2 minutes left, all right. I'm not naive. That game is over. But with this much time left, absolutely not over. We move to the next slide. I got to give props to Gary here because I caught this. Standing in agreement with you, we're about to witness the comeback of the year. So Gary, there's a little shout out for you. I saw that. And he wasn't the only one. A few people were like, TSR, we can do this. I just happened to catch this one as I was scrolling through the chat. And not to, a little pat on my back as well, but I said, if we can get this to 11 by the end of the third quarter, which we did, we can win this game. And the chat threw up my props. You called it, brother. Dang, Rich, your regular Nostradamus. They heard you, Rich, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hark on that too much, but things played out perfectly from the second half of that third quarter to the fourth quarter. As we continue on through the game, we take our first lead, 99-97. And I got a little call it again. Banger wave. What is receipts? Now who said first round exit? Because to win playoff games, to win series, you have to have the heart of a champion. You have to have a no give up. That Rocky quote I gave at the beginning. You got to be able to take a punch and keep moving forward. And the Spurs got punched big time in the first half. Clearly tired. Wemby was exhausted at the end of the game. Crying even. And they still fought back and took the lead. Here we go with 14 seconds left. And this was really nice to see. This was for some love for Mitch Johnson. If you don't know what happened, Spurs are trying to inbound the ball. I believe it was Castle inbounding the ball. Vassell pushed off. It was an offensive foul. Maybe a little flopping on the other. Was it Derek Jones Jr. maybe for the Clippers? Maybe a little flopism there. But he pushed off and it was a foul. However, right before that foul, Mitch Johnson called easily the best timeout of his young career. That's a Coach of the Year move. Mitch season highlight. High IQ coach. First clutch move from Mitch. Slight trolling compliment there, maybe a backhanded compliment. Nonetheless, an incredible timeout. And yes, the best timeout of Mitch Johnson's career. Maybe a little luck in there. I don't know. Maybe as a coach, he saw the play playing out, and he's like, this doesn't look good. And it was timely. I was so confused during the live game thinking, wait, is this a challenge? What's happening? No, it's a timeout that negated the offensive foul, which obviously could have totally changed the way the game flowed because there's 14 seconds left and you're down by 1, and now you're giving the Clippers a ball because of the timeout. Didn't play out like that. What ended up happening? Our Spurs won 116-112. Lauren, best comeback of the season? Yeah, I agree 100%. No doubt. Absolutely comeback of the season for the Spurs. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest, our second biggest comeback in San Antonio Spurs history. I saw that in chat last night. I'm sorry I forgot to fact check it before doing the video. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Comeback of the year for sure. I'm so happy for these guys. And to anybody that saw their name in the chat that maybe said Spurs suck, I think I saw maybe actually Shut Up Rich in there. Please don't feel like this was a call-out video. That was not the purpose. It's not about that. We all have, I say stuff that I wish I could take back during the streams. Believe me. I swore in a stream a few nights ago. I got upset and dropped an F-bomb. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We all have our little moments of, maybe I shouldn't have said that, and it happens. But what I do see consistently is when the Spurs are down, you guys, we said this a lot on the channel. The Spurs play down to their opponents and play up to their opponents. I feel like sometimes, and not the majority, this is the minority, but some of the Spurs community or NBA community might be more appropriate. When the Spurs are down, they just kick them when they're down. They just kind of give up. It's like they can't come back. They don't have it. They do have it. They can. They're not going to come back from every game. Again, I don't expect that. But they are showing such incredible growth as a team. Such heart last night. I believe in this team. I do. I have all year. I've questioned things. I questioned Jeremy when he was here. Some of Mitch's decisions. Maybe some of our starting lineups. Sure, I'm going to do that. But in the end, I'm like, no, this team is a playoff team. This is at least 50-win team. I believe. And more so than ever. Much like the guy from the Lost Boys, I still believe. I believe in more. With last night, I'm like, yes, they needed this type of win. When's the last time the Spurs had a win like this? It's been quite a few years, right? Now to the Spurs fans watching or any non-Spurs fan, maybe our Clippers fan coming in saying, what's this doofus talking about this morning? Do you believe yet? If not, okay, what will it take for you to believe in this team to not be a first-round exit? Do they have to win a championship before you believe? Does Mitch Johnson have to win a title with this team this year before you say, okay, he's a good coach? I know he's not perfect. He's going to make mistakes, like a lot of our young guys, going to make mistakes. The team and Mitch are growing together, and it's something special, and they might not win a championship this year, but they are going to win a championship soon. I believe that with all my little Spurs heart. Well, I'm 6'4". I'm probably medium-sized Spurs heart. I don't know. I'm done rambling. I appreciate you guys watching. I want to reiterate, this was not about calling people out. This was just me asking to those that don't believe, whether you're a Spurs fan or not, when will you believe? If you're a Mitch Johnson naysayer, when we have a little faith in him? I'm just curious. Drop a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel, subscribe to be a part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go!